What's up, guys? Figured I'd come on here and make a quick video about the Six Flags and Cedar Fair merger. I mean, who would have thunk it? I mean, they they got shot down. What was that? 2 years ago or so, when when Six Flags was wanting to buy out Cedar Fair. I mean, when I think of Six Flags, I mean, this sounds horrible probably, but when I think of Six Flags, not only do I think of Batman, the ride, and Superman, and all the other DC comics characters that they name their coasters and rides after, but I also think of abandoned theme parks. You know, I don't know if I want to get into that or not, because I'd like to think that Six Flags has improved as a whole since then. I mean, that's been, 12 years or so since they walked off and left Kentucky Kingdom after taking Chang out for to put in a water slide. But yeah, there's a lot of people are upset, and every time I get on Facebook, everyone is just arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's awful. I mean, I've even gotten rid of some people off of my friends list because of it, because one or two of them are just instigating in other groups and stuff, and I'm just tired of it. I mean, at the end of the day, we love roller coasters. We love our amusement parks. We don't want to see things change. But I also don't want to see a lot of parks have to close down because they don't have the funding to stay open. I mean, they could just start closing down one by one. You never know. But this merger gives, the two companies as a whole new cash flow and revenue, whatever other bull crap they keep going on about. But I was just reading here in the Cincinnati Enquirer, it says that Kings Island's name will stay the same despite Cedar Fair's merger with Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. And that came from a Cedar Fair spokesperson. Earlier in the month, Cedar Fair, which owns Kings Island and 16 other parks, merged with Six Flags to form an $8 billion theme park giant. The combined company will operate under the name Six Flags, which caused some thrill seekers to worry that their favorite amusement park's name could also change. I was a little worried about that because I didn't want to be, buying merch that has Six Flags stamped all over it. Six Flags Kings Island. How does that sound? I was joking about their ride exchange program. Couldn't you see the Beast get moved to like Six Flags, Six Flags St. Louis? That would be funny. I mean, that's about the luck that we all have anymore. So, I mean, that'll never happen. But it's almost like how, I've joked around about this too, about how Kentucky Kingdom, if you notice, their rides and things went downhill towards the end, where that like Vampire, the Vekoma Boomerang, it got removed and replaced by a steel Wild Mouse coaster. And then what else was it? But don't get me wrong, I did like Greased Lightning. It was a chance to experience a flywheel launch. Schwarzkopf, the I can't never say that name, launch coaster. It was a lot of fun. We used to ride that one over and over. I had a Six Flags pass back in 2000, well, from 2004 to 2006, I believe. And you know, that's when Kentucky Kingdom started its downfall, was around '06 or '07, I think. It's whenever the elevator Superman Tower Power or whatever in the crap the name was happened. And then they announced that they were going to take out Chang to put in a water slide or expand their water park. Why would you remove your star attraction to expand your water park? I mean, really. And then after they got the last piece of Chang out of the park, they were like, sorry, we don't want to renew our lease. Okay, bye. And then they were out of there. But anyways, back to our, beloved Kings Island and Cedar Point post. And it just totally took me to something else here. Let's see here. One change that Kings Island visitors could see in the addition, or is the addition of Looney Tunes and DC Comics characters. With the merger, Six Flags and Cedar Fair will combine their intellectual property portfolios, which include Peanuts characters currently seen at Cedar Fair parks and Six Flags Looney Tunes cartoons and DC comic heroes. Please don't come in here and retheme Banshee to Batman. There's enough Batman coasters. I'm sorry. You go to Six Flags, they're like, oh, which Batman, which coaster was your favorite? And you're like, Batman. And they're like, oh, which one? Floorless? Inverted? Or Dark Ride? Because they have several rides that use the Batman name. I know I probably sound stupid, but I find some of it funny, but then some of it I kind of cringe when I think of it. But anyways, but that's pretty much all that they have listed here. I'm just trying to, I work all the time and, 60 plus hours a week, and I hardly have time to dive into any of this. And I kept rolling my eyes at some of this stuff when I'd see it on Facebook and be like, I don't want to really invest too much of my time because it probably won't happen. And here it actually happened. So what a mess. But I think it'll be a good thing, hopefully. The other thing I keep seeing online is Kings Island's budget cuts and things. I mean, you got to look at the economy. Everything is in the toilet right now, even work. I mean, you're like normal jobs. You can't get anyone to work. And the people that will work, yeah, they want to clock in, but they don't want to work. So these parks that's probably one of your biggest reasons behind budget cuts. Like Winterfest and stuff, you got a lot of school kids that could work at the park and, over at Kings Island. And, even I have some coworkers that have gotten a second job at Kings Island working in either rides or food service. I've thought, about doing it myself. I mean, they did hire a bunch of people during, haunt season. So, I mean, there has to be a little more to some of the ones that are being cut from their job and then, not being offered a return job. I mean, I myself working in leadership and management too. I mean, I can see where they're coming from. But I'm just looking here. You know, I would love to set up a podcast and possibly have on some guests and maybe do a green screen and stuff. I'm back here in a spare bedroom. You can see the Vortex model back here. I need to put out another video on that, so I may put out another video here, you know, at least by the start of next week. I'm going to probably put together a video showing off some of my coaster cutouts and things that I've done. I built the Gatekeeper model. It's over here. Came out pretty good, right? Now, it was just painted with a Sharpie, but Vortex, I went to Lowe's and got them to paint match a picture that I had. And I mean, the paint's pretty close for the track and the trains. So I may roll that out. I also have a lot of footage from the last weekend at Kings Island, so I'll need to get that video out as well. Winterfest starts in about 2 weeks. Can't wait for that. Again, there's a lot of people whining and complaining about stuff being cut from Winterfest, but what do I like about Winterfest? The atmosphere. I mean, I don't think the budget cuts is going to affect the atmosphere. Just being in the park, visiting with friends, enjoying all the cool decorations, the lights, the shows, and you know, riding Mystic Timbers and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that. Christmas is one of my favorite seasons. I used to like Haunt back in the day, but Haunt has gotten to the point where it's like really watered down compared to what it used to be. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on some things. And, you know, I'm not hating on Six Flags or anything like that. You know, they have done a lot of really cool stuff. They've transformed a lot of wooden roller coasters that they probably normally would have already torn down, you know, into some awesome RMC hybrids. But alrighty, well, that's going to do it for this video. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm and gets my videos out there. For some reason, I have a ton of viewers. Like every week I check my analytics. I have over 4,000 subscribers, but I have even more than that, more viewers than that are not subscribed that keep popping up in my monthly analytics. So smash the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. We'll see y'all in the next video.